Hello, everybody. Welcome to CKAD Lab 62. This will be probably the longest lab we're going to do, if not at least the second longest lab. So don't feel bad if you don't know how to do these things, all of it right away. It will take a lot of practice, some practice to get there. And the good news is if you ultimately don't get these type of questions, I think you can still pass the test because you only need 66% to pass the test. So you can most likely get the 66% points that you need without having to do successfully these labs. Now, having said that, these labs are made up of parts, but so be sure that you can do each part on its own. If you fail the long lab, that's okay, but do not fail to do each part successfully and consistently. All right, so let's get started. And this will probably take 3 videos, maybe even 4, less than 5 minutes videos each. So let's get started. So the requirements are create a secret. It doesn't matter what the secret holds. Create a namespace and then put a pod in that namespace using, you're going to use the busybox image, and then the container in the pod will have certain name, and then it will sleep for so many seconds. It will then mount that secret in a volume in a certain path, and this pod has to be scheduled on node number 1. All right, so let's get started. The first requirement is to create a secret. That would be easy because all you have to do is get an example. Okay, create secret. Let's create the namespace first because I think the namespace has to be in the same namespace, so foo-ns. Let's create. K is short for Kubernetes, kubectl. Create ns foo-ns. That is created. Now let's do create secret -h to get some examples. We have to give it what kind, and in this case, it's just a generic, the simplest possible. And here's all these examples. So we can just do this, for example, is from literal this, right? We can do that. So we're going to create the secret, and it's going to be called foo-secret. And then from literal, and it doesn't matter what it holds. So let's just say it holds foo equals bar, and that's okay. And we're going to give the namespace foo-ns so they match the pod that we're going to create in a minute. All right, so now if we do secret minus, sorry, not get secret minus a, we should see all the secrets. Oh, there's so many of them. So, but we do see the one that we're looking for, foo-secret in this namespace. So namespace foo-secret. Okay, so that part is done. The second requirement is to create the namespace, which you already did. We're going to create a pod in the namespace. So let's get a super easy YAML of a pod that we're going to start modifying one by one to fit our purpose, right? So let's do run foo-pod. And this one is busybox image. So we're going to run from image busybox. And then -n for namespace, foo-ns. Anything else we can put in right away? Nope. Okay, so now we're going to do that and then pass it to dry run equals client so that it doesn't actually create the pod. And we're going to take the output as a YAML. Okay, we got that. We're going to save that to a.yaml so we can start modifying it before actually executing it. So I'm running out of time for this particular part of the video. So this is part 1 of CKAD Lab 62, and I will see you in part 2 of the same lab.